Punish so, punish so, punish so. I only know, I only know, I only know. I have to get to Joe. Get to Joe, get to Joe. I fell asleep. I did brush my teeth, wash my face before I went to create a video that I created for about 5 minutes before falling asleep. It's just about 7 now, but I didn't shut this off. And according to this, I slept like 6 hours. Sounds about right. I didn't shut the lights off. But I did sleep just about. I would have never known. That my whole point is I never know out here if I just fall asleep. But I can guarantee you that video was 5 minutes because I woke up and it was over and I didn't get up. And I didn't even realize this was still running. This says almost 6 hours. So that means if this has been running the entire time that I created that video, it was supposed to be 29 minutes and it was probably 5. Because I think I created it 5 minutes, woke up. Oh my God, I didn't even create the video. I was sound asleep. And then fell right back to sleep. And here we are. I never shut this off. 6 hours, so. That sounds about right. I know I just repeated myself, but there was all college football yesterday on ABC, so it ran straight through. There was no news. There was no World News Tonight. So I watched my Inside Edition. I was zoning, like watching Family Feud. I didn't really want to watch Family Feud. I watched a couple, Family One get the worst that round where you could try to win 20,000. I'd never seen anybody get such a low score. They got the lowest score I'd ever seen, ever. Shockingly low score, the two of them together. They were horrible with the fast round. They panicked. Name something you crack. An egg. Your back. She panicked and said her butt. That's something that has a crack, not something that you crack. They did awful. And then, like, men are oversexed at this, young, but when do they become uninterested in sex? And both of the woman and the guy said 40. Men don't become uninterested in sex at 40. I said 60, and that was the number one answer. They both said 40. She said 40, and it got the low score. And then he said 40, but it went and then he said 50. But the fact that they both said 40, I mean, come on, 40. And the guy said 40 too. That's, oh my God. Anyway, they got the lowest score. It was ridiculous. Lowest score I'd ever seen two people get together in that round. I was astounded how low the score was. I think it was 80-something for the two of them, which was sickeningly low. They did good in the regular round to get to the fast round, but they just did. But then again, that's life, and what does it really matter in the end? Think about it. I've seen them come close, 3 points away from 200 and getting the 20,000. So you can get 40 points between you, or you can get 199. You're still not going to get the 20,000. You'll just get an extra $5 a point. So in the end, it doesn't really matter. I just found it interesting that they did so horribly. They did horribly. one I think was one of those what rhymes, name a word that rhymes with gold. Yes, the top one was mold, but that's one that could be anything. She said hold, that should have been good, and it was only 10 points. And just whatever, I don't know, rhymes with bold. Whatever it was, I wouldn't have chosen the top one either. But I would have got that one. The sex thing, I got that one right. I got the top one, the egg. I forget the other. I'm actually often pretty damn good at Family Feud, one of the truth. I get the number one things a lot when they're playing the game. Anyhow, I need to get to Joe. I've been picking out for days. Days. Guilt free, because I don't give a fuck. You know, when the crap runs out, I'll fast. I left my exceptionally healthy soup out all night. I don't worry about that either. It's not 100 degrees in here. And I always, everybody does. No one ever follows that rule. And very few people follow the rule. But especially with soup, stuff like that you have to heat up. And then it has to cool down. You can't stick it in the fridge. It takes time. It takes hours to cool down after you've turned it up and eaten it, and heated it up to high. I don't worry about leaving soup out. I really don't. Just put it away now. I had a cup, so it was out for like 7 hours. 6 hours. It was out longer than that because I was repeatedly heating it up, and then it cooled down, and I left it out. And again, they don't worry about soup. By soup, it's anything, even the less healthy stuff I make, the chili, the things of that, whatever. The things get left out because they're heated up high, and I fell asleep. I would have put it away. Oh. And you could say, how do you know you won't pick out anymore if you get to Joe? Because I just do. Trust me on that one. I do. I know it. I'm not saying that automatically means I'll diet or stay thin or anything like that, although he does, so that's very, helpful, shall we say. It definitely makes me inclined to do the same. Just like when I stayed there, that was 5 months, and he was going to bed early, and he was mostly working from home, but he was going to bed early, and it made me inclined to go to bed early. I certainly wasn't staying up and pigging out, although I did want to go down and use his computer if that was my only chance. Then I was afraid. always afraid, aren't you? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Joe's other house, this one where he is now, is level. No, I'm sorry, it's not level. It's one level and then a basement. His other one is 3 floors. No, I didn't like being down in his basement at night when he was so asleep on the second floor. But I did it, and it was my only opportunity to use the computer, you know. I barely used the computer when I stayed that week. I used it so little, it might as well have been nothing. There was no time. I spent 8 hours a day going through my crap. I was exhausted. Geez, I spent more than 8 hours. Practically nonstop. Oh, where is my fox? Where are you, baby? Oh. Yeah, that other video was meant to be 29 minutes. I bet you it's 5. I fell asleep so soon it wasn't funny. This thing needs to come off. I fell asleep tugging this thing. These need to come off. You don't have to I have all these for all the animals somewhere. We're up to 9 now. Again, cheetahs at Joe's. I can't believe I left cheetah there. Obviously, I'm crossing my fingers, praying in quotations. I don't pray. Joe prays all the time. Joe believes my mother's roommate, who's appointed herself my mother's protector, and Joe doesn't care if she complains. Doesn't matter. Her reward is going to be millionfold. Laura, she let her complain. She's a gift from God. I told her that. She's like, yeah, I don't think so. I didn't say you're a gift. I said my best friend. My out of state. Told her where he is. I'm not telling you. My out-of-state best friend, 1,000 miles away, says you're a gift from God. She's like, yeah, I don't think so. And then she proceeds to tell me, she called me, I was in the grocery store. I said, I want to talk to you, don't hang up. I gotta ring up my groceries, don't hang up, don't hang up. I was at the self-check. Anyhow, she wanted to ask me what phone number I'm going to use because I had to write. I said, yeah, I didn't realize that the damn jitterbug, I canceled it, but it doesn't, I'd already been using part of it. It charges in the middle. So I found out by calling. I had all the secret questions and the code and the this and the that. So they didn't ask me, are you naming my mom, you know. I don't feel bad if I have to do something small and just pretend over the phone or something to take care of something like that I'm my mother. I didn't pretend I was my mom when, you know, my mom does all those charity things and it's not a good idea, even the religious ones. And I recently got proof it's not a good idea. She loves to do those charity things. So remember, I'm doing everything. I'm the Durham Park attorney. So I get all the stuff in the mail, and most of it I throw away. But there was one, all right, I could pay the small amount they wanted to get you these books, right? These little books. Suddenly, we're getting fucking thick books we did order last year. We ordered them last year. They were double. We ordered them, one for her friend to give as a gift and one for her. Well, I called finally and got this snooty guy. And I'm like, I only ordered something small, and you can see the check signed by me. And he's like, oh, you got those books because they come every single year unless you must. I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking to myself. And he's like, oh, well, he says you could do them return. I said, I'm trying to do the right thing, but I'm not paying to ship these back. Then I was even more pissed. You shouldn't do that. My mom wouldn't know. Like, I think I remember ordering those. I don't remember. We would never, neither my mom nor me would we check off anything saying send them to us every fucking year. Even if we wanted them, we would do one, not two. That was, so I don't like that. To me, that's shady. That is shady. It must have been something. I know we didn't. I don't like that. I really don't. Nevertheless, it was 40 something dollars. Well, I said, yeah, I opened the envelope. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Again, I don't swear. I swear in my videos. My videos are mine. I can do what I want in my videos. I opened it. Well, I'll put you through. I'll have to talk to we'll have to put it through to blah, 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 and they'll contact you. But I said, if you send me a postage paid envelope, I'll be happy to send you your books back. They're not opened, but I did open the envelope on top of them because I couldn't fathom what it was. I knew I hadn't ordered anything. Okay. Lo and behold, it had nothing to do with me. He's like, yeah, that just paid for your subscription to our magazine. Yeah. How dare you, I think to myself. How fucking dare you have something that's going to come every fucking year. It should be sent out and you order it every fucking year, not that it continues for 40 fucking bucks every fucking year. These books. Just because someone wants them once doesn't mean they want them again, and they might not want to give them to a friend. Might not want to order two. Maybe they only want one. That left a bad taste in my mouth. He was snotty. I don't care. He's like, since you won't pay to send them back, you damn straight. I'm just tired of getting the bill in the mail. You damn straight I won't pay to send them back. Just like I'll never pay that ambulance bill when my mom was in that mental hospital. That was one as far as I know, had never been in, but it was part of a hospital. I did all I could do on the phone. Nobody else has ever had a problem. Make sure you put the ride home through my mother's insurance. Even when my mom's released from a mental hospital because of her age and all the physical problems, they know she can't go on the bus. They know there's no one to get her. You put it through her fucking insurance. I am proactive. The healthcare proxies invoked. I talk to them all the time. Make sure you put it through her insurance. If they didn't do it, the hospital didn't do it. Is it the ambulance's fault? No. Will I ever pay that bill? Not on your goddamn fucking life. They could send me 1,000,000 bills. I will never pay that. You talk to that hospital that you have a contract with. I told them put it through their insurance. No other place has ever had a problem when my mom's been in a mental hospital for any length of time, a hospital any length of time, a private mental hospital, one that's within a hospital setting, okay? They've all known to put it through her fucking insurance so she doesn't pay a dime or get a bill for thousands of dollars. Or $1,000. or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Fact is, I'll never pay it. I got that fucking bill. Remember, that ambulance brought, or the ride or whatever, it was some kind of ambulance company. Two days later, after being dropped off by that one, my mother was sicker than she'd ever been in her life. Okay? By the time I get this bill, they're telling me my mom's gonna die. Some of you remember that. You think I'm gonna pay that bill? Fuck them. It's not their fault. I don't care. Don't care if it's not I'm not paying it. If I had the money, which I don't, I wouldn't pay it. I don't care if it's not the ambulance's fault. The fact is, the hospitals are billing. You know what I mean? I told you put it through our insurance, and over these decades, no other place has had a problem knowing, even without being told, put it through our fucking insurance. And then I was told, well, you can appeal to Medicare. Yeah, fuck that. I never did. Never did appeal to Medicare because, again, my mom says back-to-back crap. Back-to-back crap, so. I am a very honest person, but when it comes to something like that, as far as I'm concerned, I even had a phone number, I think, for the case. The person, you know, I left a voicemail. They never bothered to call me back. I left a voicemail. I had phone number, direct phone number with the case manager. And like I told you to put that through my mother's insurance. I'm smart. I'm proactive. I think of all possibilities before they happen. Never a courtesy call back. But I let that hospital know too. There's no fucking way am I paying this bill. Put it through a collection agency. I don't fucking care. I'm sure that'll be next. I did bad things in my other life, and things went through collection agencies, and I never paid. And eventually, they just let it go. Nothing ever happens. You can't get water from stone. But those things, that was wrong. I should have paid. Okay. A lot of people do that. They do bad things with credit cards. And as asshole, my abusive towards me ex sarcastically said they shouldn't have kept raising, they kept raising your credit. They shouldn't have done that. This, no. I don't care if it's not the ambulance's fault. The ambulance deserves to get the money from that hospital that has so much money, you know what I mean? They fucked up. They didn't put it through my mom's insurance. My mom's insurance always covers any ambulance ride from any hospital. She's in no condition. It's always covered. They didn't even put it through. You see? My mom's come home in regular ambulance. She's come home in those, whatever you call it, the chair. She's come in all of that. From mental hospitals, from regular, and never, ever, ever has it not been paid. shut this up. I don't think know this name is running out. Alright, I have 5 minutes, so I need to tell you something. My mom cried. My mom did call me on Thanksgiving. I didn't call her because there was a test to see if she'd call me. She called me yesterday crying. All she does is pee. And I told her, Mom, you're on medication that makes you pee. She's like, oh, they get mad at me, Laura. They get mad at me. All I do is pee. Why am I peeing so much? That's not your fault. It breaks my fucking heart. I called Joe yesterday when I was out and about. I was out getting my fox. I told him everything happened with my mom, including that. That is so sad to me. You have to be on medication that causes you to pee constantly, and it's going to make the aides, whose job it is to take care of you, but they also have so many other patients, and they're all, no matter what facility it is, they're all overworked. There's not enough staff to go around for the patients. I don't care if you're a 5-star one, it doesn't matter. There's not, They're mad at me. All they do is pee. Why do I have to pee so much? Oh my God, Mom, you're breaking my fucking heart. There's nothing I can do. You're on medication to pee. It's a Lasix equivalent. It might even be more potent than Lasix. Doctors aren't worried about things like my mom having to constantly pee again. If you had full out dementia, you're not going to give a fuck. My mom's aware of her situation and hates it. That's why she's put her life in danger in past places. Because the humiliation of going caca in her pants is worse to her than anything. So now she has a guardian angel roommate who also called me and said, you told me to help your mom, like to dial numbers or whatever. I'm not allowed to help your mom at all. They told me. I'm like, all right. You're helping her by saying sit down right now or whatever, but if she tries to sit up or you alert staff, she's like, but I'm not allowed to get stuff. My mom's drawer that is not close enough to the bed. I tried to move it closer. She still can't reach the stuff in there, and I brought her In Touch that she can read. I brought her her glasses. The In Touch has word search things. I brought her pictures, and she can't get at any of it. She can't reach it. I don't know, the whole thing with peeing is so awful. It's just so awful. That's why bedridden patients in there, Joe's like, that's their job. I know that's their job, Mom, but they have a ton of other, it's not their fault, it's how things are run in all these places where there's not enough staff to go around. Why don't they don't want her to get involved at all? The roommate, they yell at her because it's a liability, Laura. They want to not know. They'd rather have your mom fall and die as long as they don't know. But the roommate's making their lives more difficult. I know, it's breaking my heart. Why do I have to pee so much? They just changed me, I know. Oh my God, because you're on, it's so sad you're on medication. Begins with T.